alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, and welcome to Alive After Reading. My name is Tim Niederreiter, and you may recognize me from such podcasts as the recent Gomedy Now New Year's program, and of course, of Mooks and Monsters and Alive After Reading, which is this show, the last one there. I'm out walking today, so I figured I'd record a podcast for you guys because it's New Year's, more or less. It's the 2nd of January, 2021, as I record this. It's been an exciting holiday season for me, and I've seen a lot of more people joining to listen to the podcast, which is really exciting, really interesting to see what I've been doing. Has been attracting some people. But we're getting back to interviews soon this week. I'll have an interview coming out with Joe Compton from Gomedy Now, actually. And that should be fun. But spoiler alert for that, because that's the next show in this timeline here. So, what I'm talking about today, though, as I walk around my little town, Frozen Over, southern Minnesota, is, the changes I've been making lately in my process, in my positioning, and all these things, because it's been a drastic change since even November. What I've done is I've changed how I'm approaching writing fiction. Specifically the process by which I get the rough draft down. I think I may have mentioned this before, but I've decided I'm going back to full-time typing rather than dictation, which is ironic because I'm saying this as a writer. This is just kind of a little blog. It's kind of an informal episode. But as a writer, and not as a podcaster so much, I used this device that I'm recording on now. So it's kind of funny. I'm using this recording device to record the message, saying I'm no longer going to be using it for dictating, basically. But who knows? If people like me walking outside and want to listen to podcasts and me doing that, talking to you guys, well then, I may have to do more. I may have to do more with this device outside. But as of now, I don't really have a lot of plans for that. I do have other plans, though, for this podcast, for Live After Reading in 2021. And that includes doing probably 2 shows a week. I'm not positive yet where each episode will fall, but the usual episode will still come out on Sunday morning, at least in America, North America, where I live. And the timing won't change for anyone else in the world either, anywhere else either. I don't know. I just hope everyone's safe and happy, and I know it's not true. That can't be how it is right now because the world's in such bad shape. But at least we have the books and we have the words. We can write, we can read, and I find that comforting lately because reading kind of takes you other places. I mean, it really does, and that's one of the reasons I love fantasy so much. Even the older I get, the more that's the reason why I keep going back to fantasy and science fiction. Yeah, apologies for the dead air, of course. This is me walking. No script, no guest. And therefore, this will be a pretty short episode because I just wanted to tell you about the new plan. And the new plan is to have some reading episodes and some guest episodes. And I'm not sure if there will be a reading episode every week, but if there's 2 guests, I won't be doing that. I'll just do 2 guest episodes. But there should be at least 1 guest episode each week for the foreseeable future. And I look forward to talking to more awesome people. And I look forward to, releasing more books. I just finished a good edit of Demon Scroll, which should be out soon. Probably the day after this podcast drops. But don't go get that now. Go get that this January 4th and onward. That book should be pretty quality from this point on. The problem with it initially was I rushed the draft because I had a pre-order. So that's a a major no-no from now on. Don't rush. Put the pre-order back, cancel the pre-order, lose your pre-orders even if on Amazon. But don't put out a book that's not ready. That's the lesson I learned. And it's painful because I know a lot of people, it's one of my more popular books and a lot of people read it and have a poor opinion of my work because I didn't spend the time to edit it when I should have. And I knew I should have, at least I know now, all the things I've been missing. But no, I've had a great holiday. I hope everyone else has been doing all right. Even though my family tradition was disrupted this year, because, see, my extended family always gets together in Pennsylvania, and I live in Minnesota. That's a long trip from here, for about 17 hours, 15 hours in the car, something like that, depending on when you start, what time of day you go, that kind of thing. The traffic, the results can change a lot. But we didn't do that this year because of COVID-19, or last year, I should say, 2020. And it would have been too difficult to just stay socially distant from everybody. And on a relatively short trip, like a couple weeks like that, just to quarantine and get tested and all that stuff, it would have been impossible. But we did have my brother in town, and it's been good. It's been a good time. And my twin brother, rather. I have a fair number of brothers, but my twin brother is my favorite, as you might guess. Anyway, I digress here, but thank you for listening. This has been Alive After Reading, and you can find more about us at mentalcellularpublications.com. You can find my books on Amazon.com, and you can find my print books out there on Barnes & Noble and other websites like that. This podcast is distributed by Libsyn, so definitely check them out if you want to have a podcast you want to put on the air. And thanks for listening, everybody. Go look for Orphan Mage, and soon enough, Demon Scroll will be back on the menu. Take it easy, and Happy New Year.
That tears it.